I caught him rehearsing a breakup speech, with his girlfriend and her best friend filming. She'll cry then start begging, he smirked. She'll say she can't live without me, probably promise to change. She'll say she'll do anything, just don't leave. He talked. I listened. Then I slid an envelope across the table, signed, sealed and witnessed. His smile faded fast. The camera caught it all as he opened it, and realized just how badly he'd underestimated me. I never planned to be early that day. Traffic on the interstate had been suspiciously light, and the lunch meeting with our potential investors wrapped up 40 minutes ahead of schedule. Walking through the quiet back entrance of our office building, I was already mentally rehearsing my exciting update for Colton. The Richardson deal was practically secured, just one more signature needed. After 3 years of brutal work weeks and financial gambles, we were finally about to break through. Before we continue, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me on this journey of betrayal and reclamation. If you've ever felt underestimated or overlooked, this story might resonate deeply with you. Consider subscribing. It's completely free and connects you with others who appreciate these tales of quiet strength and calculated justice. Now let's return to the moment everything changed. That's when I heard my husband's voice drifting from the conference room, the door left slightly ajar. Something in his tone made me pause, an unfamiliar coldness I'd never heard him use at work. She'll cry then start begging, Colton was saying, his voice carrying a smirk I could practically visualize without seeing his face. She'll say she can't live without me, probably promise to change. I froze, my hand gripping the strap of my leather messenger bag so tightly my knuckles turned white. Who was he talking about? My stomach twisted with a sick feeling I couldn't immediately identify. She'll say she'll do anything, just don't leave, he continued, his voice taking on a mocking tone that made my blood run cold. Instinct told me to stay hidden. I pressed myself against the wall beside the door, barely breathing as my husband continued. Riley's always been predictable like that. Remember when I wanted to move cross-country for business school? The waterworks started immediately. Same thing when I suggested selling her dad's lake house to fund the initial startup costs. My name. He was talking about me. The floor seemed to tilt beneath my feet, but something kept me rooted in place. The timing has to be perfect, Colton continued. Right after we sign with Richardson, but before the money hits our accounts. She'll be too emotional to think clearly about her stake in the company. A female voice responded, familiar in a way that made my skin crawl. And you're sure the prenup covers this scenario? Lydia. Our company's marketing director. The woman Colton had insisted we hire despite her limited experience. The woman who'd been spending late nights at the office with my husband while I traveled to secure the Richardson deal. Positive, Colton replied with casual confidence. When we got married, Riley was just the grieving daughter with a fat inheritance check. She had no idea what we were building. The prenup protects my business ventures. That's the exact wording. Her father's money was just the seed capital. My father had died just 6 months before I met Colton. The pain was still raw when he proposed a year later. Dad's insurance policy and the sale of his construction business had left me with nearly $2 million. Money I'd planned to invest carefully over decades. Instead, I'd invested it all in Colton's vision. In our vision, or so I'd thought. Honestly, another female voice chimed in. I'm impressed. You've got this plan down to the exact phrases she'll use. Molly. My college roommate. The woman who'd stood beside me at my wedding. The friend who'd cried with me on the anniversary of my father's death each year. I felt bile rise in my throat but forced it back down. My mind raced to catalog every interaction with Molly over the past months, searching for clues I'd missed. That's because I know exactly how she'll react, Colton continued, sounding almost bored now. She's never been particularly complicated. A soft laugh from Lydia. And you're sure you want me filming this? For prosperity. Posterity, Molly corrected. And yes, we need documentation of how she reacts when you tell her. If she tries anything funny with the company afterward. She won't, Colton interrupted. Riley avoids confrontation like the plague. Always has. She'll be too devastated to fight back. Something shifted inside me in that moment. A fundamental change in the foundation of who I was. The woman they were describing, the woman my husband thought he knew so thoroughly, began dissolving. In her place stood someone new, Someone they hadn't accounted for in their careful calculations.